Hey guys, today I'm going to do something different. December 22nd is a special day. It's the anniversary of the death of Ram Dass. He's my very favorite spiritual teacher, and I really wanted to do something here on YouTube as my way of saying thank you for everything he's done for me. So this is going to be a tribute to Ram Dass. Again, I thank you for watching. Here it goes. Before I ever knew who Ram Dass was, before I ever heard his voice, there was a moment where my suffering was so deep, I didn't think I could keep living. After losing Monsieur, my soul dog, I had a profound DMT experience, one that left me surrendered to something greater than myself. In that space, I was told clearly, your place is here. Not in the next world, not escaping this pain, but here, in this life. And when I came back from that experience, something shifted. Within a week, things began appearing in my life to help me walk forward. And Ram Dass, unbelievably, was the first to show up. This video is my thank you, a devotion, a way of honoring the teacher who helped me walk home when I felt most lost. After that DMT experience, I was fragile, but also open in a way I had never been open before. I felt like the universe had placed me back on my path, on the path of my own life, and at the same time sent help ahead of me so I wouldn't walk alone. Ram Dass appeared within days of me surrendering, as if he had been standing on the road waiting for me. His presence felt like a hand reaching out from across time, whispering one of his most famous lines, "We're all just walking each other home." And that was exactly what I needed. It all started with a single sentence. A meditation teacher I was listening to said, "If there's someone who knows suffering and grief, it's Ram Dass." And that pierced right through me. It felt like very few people could understand the kind of grief I was carrying. So if someone said he understood, I needed to know why. That one sentence is what led me to search for him. And the very first video I ever saw of him wasn't even a lecture. It was a montage from after school called "How to Keep Your Heart Open in Hell." I clicked on it because that was exactly where I was living, in my own private hell. And somehow, through the drawings and his voice and his honesty, I felt a tiny crack of relief, a small moment where someone finally understood what it meant to hurt so deeply. From there, I found the Love, Serve, Remember Foundation and his podcast, Be Here Now, and those became my lifeline for months. What made me let him in wasn't the spirituality, it was the humanity. He didn't pretend to be enlightened. He didn't hide his ego or his mistakes or his awkwardness. He laughed at himself. He admitted when he didn't know something. He talked openly about how messy his journey had been. Because he was human, I felt like maybe I could be human too and still be on a spiritual path. His stories were like medicine, truly. They weren't abstract concepts. They were lived experiences that touched something deep in me. There's a parable he told about the massive mountain, perhaps 6 miles long, 6 miles wide, and 6 miles high, and a tiny bird flying over the mountain every 100 years, holding a delicate scarf in its beak, which brushes across the surface of the mountain as it flies over it. And he said, in the amount of time it takes for that scarf to wear away that mountain, that's how long we've been doing this, being on this spiritual journey or experiencing the cycle of rebirth. That story shifted my entire understanding of life, death, and repetition. There are so many things he said that shifted my way of seeing life. He said, "You're in school, why not take the curriculum?" And suddenly all my pain felt like part of a sacred syllabus. He said, "The only thing I can do for you is work on myself. And the only thing you can do for me is work on yourself." this helped me to realize that healing myself is a gift to others. And it was also a reminder of boundaries, humility, and service. All these classics were like little lanterns inside my mind. Ram Dass didn't just help me survive my suffering, he helped me turn it into service. He reminded me that any small act of presence, honesty, or kindness can help someone else walk home. Even my YouTube channel became part of that path, not as a performance, but as an offering. One teaching transformed everything for me. The idea that, like Kali, the powerful Hindu goddess, we must eat our suffering. That instead of running from pain, we turn toward it, we digest it, we metabolize it into compassion and freedom. And of course, his famous line, it's all just grist for the mill. Everything, every heartbreak, every fear, every loss feeds the fire of awakening. This made me see my own grief differently, not as punishment, but as a path. And also he said, wherever you go, there you are. So really, learning to walk with my suffering started to feel like the only path that could lead me out of my suffering. When Ram Dass spoke about Maharaji, something clicked in me. His devotion wasn't about worship, it was about love. Pure, unconditional, heart-opening love. And suddenly I realized I had already been living that devotion with Monsieur. The way I loved him, the way I still meditate with him in my heart every morning, that was my bhakti path, my own form of devotion. Ram Dass helped me see that this was not delusion, it was sacred. His teachings on death softened something in me. He used to quote his disembodied friend Emmanuel, who said, "Death is perfectly safe." And Ram Dass himself said, "Death is like taking off a tight shoe." Hearing those words helped me imagine Monsieur free, healed, and whole. Not gone, just beyond my sight. Still love, still present, still here, just in a different way. In the end, Ram Dass didn't give me answers. He gave me presence. He showed me a way to keep my heart open even in hell. To trust that suffering and love are intertwined. To understand that awakening isn't about escaping life. It's about meeting it with an open heart. Ram Dass often said, we're all just walking each other home, and that's exactly what he did for me. Through his stories, through his vulnerability, through his humor and his wisdom, he walked beside me through grief, heartbreak, and transformation. And if you've never listened to him, maybe this is your invitation. And if you already love him, then you already know the truth. His teachings keep touching people long after he left his body. Thank you, Ram Dass, for the love you shared in this world. And thank you, Monsieur, for being the devotion that opened my heart to him.